get when you roll with the poison donuts.
Well, I was just wondering if we could do a brief recap of what happened.
I would be delighted to hear what you think happened.
Damn it! Well, I remember that Hellion was saying that he could bring us weapons or items of power if we swore allegiance to Asmodeus. Soul Wrench seemed to be the sole person against that idea.
We just we made a deal basically. Weapons and devilish
let somebody out of jail.
Yeah, and we get somebody out of some prison thingy.
It was like a beholder prison or something.
Gif Yankee prison camp.
Yeah, he was a mind flayer.
Mind flayer.
Yeah, that's right.
Named Deathbringer.
That should be fun.
Well, at least we're not opening the gates of hell to the land, which was the original deal.
I mean, I would have done that probably.
Yeah, you tried to convince us.
I mean, if nothing else, it would be like further story.
That's right. Move the story along. Yeah, you guys had to go to, or supposed to go to Rotting Corpse and free this Deathbringer mind flayer. It's a prison camp.
It is true that if we unleash hell on the material plane, we can probably collect a lot of treasure, getting people to pay us to stop it.
Why do I have Raccoon Drawl written here?
Because that's where you need to bring Deathbringer.
Oh, okay. And there's a scroll that we have from Asmodeus that we can use when we're ready to collect whatever weapons or things that we agree that we need. And I think that's also how we call the guys to help us, right?
Well, yeah, he said to read the scroll when you're about a mile out, and Deathbringer will hear it and know that he will know not to attack you when you try to save him.
Okay.
You will know to wait till after.
But wasn't there some way that we could also call him to bring in like our reinforcements or whatever?
Yeah, you're supposed to get 20 soldiers from the Nine Hells to assist.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to encounter my war buddies, aren't I?
Oh, so were you okay with that armor I sent you, or did you want to switch that up?
No, that was fine. I like that.
So do we get the magic items we requested now?
Would it be bad form to do it right here in the office?
Well, I would say that you guys are walking out of the office with Hellion and James Lighthouse, the second, as he constantly checks his shoes to make sure the blood is going to come off at some point. And you guys are kind of like walking up a ramp to a door, and Hellion says that these magical items should be here fairly soon. They're checking storage for them right now. And then he looks to James and tells him that he can return at any moment. And James says, well, I'm here. Maybe I'll ride some rides.
Don't try the labyrinth one. It's fucking broken.
It is? What happened?
Some sort of steam golem popped out of the walls and attacked us.
And James grabs you, literally, and says, tell me you were on this ride when it happened.
We were.
All of you?
Yep. We saw a gnome get boiled to death in the waters.
It was quite distressing.
And he puts his finger right on your chest, Sully, and says, you're going to own that fucking ride.
I like the way you think, James Lighthouse II.
I'm a little confused as to what he means by own.
As long as we don't have to maintain.
He says, well, I'm going to take statements from all of you. Those gnomes are going to cough it up.
We have some sort of grudge against gnomes.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to really earn some money for yourself, you should find the family of the one who boiled to death in the water.
Oh, I'll find them too. There's a lot of money in the labyrinth.
Hopefully we can find some sort of liability for him.
You didn't sign a waiver or anything, did you?
I don't
What I
recall.
recall.
Yeah, they don't mean shit anyway. So Hellion takes you out, up this ramp and out this door. You open the door. You are now outside in the park. The gnomes are walking around, and one gnome kind of stops and looks, and all of you guys kind of walk out. And when you turn around, it's this tiny little storage shed. And James walks out, and he gets statements from all of you. He's fiercely writing everything down about what happened in the labyrinth and this boiled gnome, and he is off to the races to locate. He's headed to the labyrinth to see what happened and to get statements.
Probably never see him again. So is Hellion still with us?
No, he didn't come out the door.
Well, we can either wait around for our items to arrive, or we can go and try to free the Mind Flayer now.
Well, I'd rather wait till they come.
We can do that. I mean, when mine comes, I'm going to have to spend like 3 or 4 days with it. So we might as well find an inn.
Is there like a resort attached to the amusement park?
Of course, it's the labyrinth.
All right. Well, let's book ourselves a room.
Okay. You are making your way to the Labyrinth Inn and Resort. It's not very crowded here. So obviously there are still no lines. The Ferris wheel is ginormous and no lines are there either. An airship lands and about, 100 feet from you, and some passengers disembark, and the pilot gets out, who of course is a gnome, and he is not wearing a Speedo. And he jumps out and, collecting his stuff, and all these different people are disembarking. He's helping them. And then you see one smallish individual who looks like a gnome push some people aside. He runs up and jumps into the airship and starts to rev it up. The airship starts to pick up speed, and it heads straight for you. Please make a dex save.
Oh, Jesus.
First things first, is that good not wearing a Speedo or bad not wearing a Speedo?
I got a 14.
I got an 8, but I'm going to use Dark One's own luck to help that out.
And
I
you
got
do have
13.
inspiration. You do have inspiration. So start of every game. So if you want to re-roll,
I got a 9, but I'm going to save my inspiration.
the slings and arrow.
I got a 21.
Yes, it's a DC 15.
Shit.
No, 15.
Did we recognize this gnome at all?
It's kind of far away.
Have we pissed off any gnomes up until this point?
Mister,
Does
I have
anybody
I have a magic pocket watch.
Oh, God. He thought he had a magic pocket watch.
Who knows how many people we've pissed off? We just walk through places just pissing on everybody.
Well, not everybody.
All right.
Okay, so those who did not make their save take 63 damage, bludgeoning.
Whew.
Those who did make their save take, that's the math, 36. No, that's wrong. 26.
Oh wait, I'm assuming we took a rest, right? I should be back at full.
Did we get a rest?
No, you walked right out of
Oh,
the,
we did
the
that.
thing.
Okay.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I'm at 3 hit points now.
Oh, well, if we didn't get a rest, then I'm at like -7.
All right.
Yeah,
How
I'm
much
down
damage
with
did I just? How much damage was the half damage?
Should have been 31 if it was half.
31, yeah. I mean, eventually I was going to get that shit right. So this airship comes full blast directly at you, striking you guys, then careens off and runs right into the Ferris wheel, knocking the Ferris wheel down. There's a huge explosion. Shit is flying everywhere. Gnomes are running around.
I'm gonna go over and pretend to like fall down in the rubble and be like, "Oh, I just hit the Ferris wheel." If only there was a lawyer in town.
In the distance, you hear James's voice. Hang on, I'm coming. I need witness statements from everyone.
I just kind of brush myself off. Like, the most exciting shit that's happened at this damn park.
The Soul Wrench is kind of sparking, and all of his limbs are like spread out akimbo, and he's just having an internal monologue now with Volshovat that's driving him nuts.
The compartment to the
I'm gonna cast a distant cure wounds on sparking.
the hatch.
Get back 13.
The hatch opens. Well, not really, just kind of breaks, and emerging is a gnome coming out of the airship, bloodied.
I snatched that fucker up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
I was
cast
gonna, like, grab him by the
wounds.
neck.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
I
cast-
doubt he's in very good condition, so
Okay.
Sitting him as the rubble. I'm also going to cast regular cure wounds on me.
Okay.
At 5th level.
All right. Okay. Whoever's
Soul
attacking.
Wrench is just kind of stuttering to his feet, still trying to process what happened.
Okay. Rothgar, are you going to attack him?
I was gonna grab him.
Okay. You want to make a grapple check? You
Yeah.
run over there.
Like, how beat? He looks pretty beat up, right?
Yeah, he does. He looks in bad shape.
Oh, fuck me. Helps if I roll on the table. Yeah, something.
What?
Like 24.
Yeah, he'll easily grab a hold of him. Now, Thera, you want to take a shot at him? He's got him grappled. I mean, if you miss, it's a bonus too, right?
No, if he's got him grappled, I'm not gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
Does he, now that he's grappled, does he look any more familiar?
Well, yes, he does. He is the gnome who you stole the pocket watch from.
Get the hell out of here.
You cast this. Somebody cast a spell on him to make him go after somebody else. So
That is correct. To go back into Morris the Giant's. He went back in there to try to find it. Yes.
spend 8 hours looking, and then the spell wore off. Like, that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It took him a while. I was like, took you a while to fucking find us.
Right. Well, the good thing about suggestion is you don't automatically know that that's what happened to you. So, but he probably figured out, like, why did I think this was a good idea?
Already.
All right, so you've got him.
Yeah. I'm gonna punch him for running a damn airship into me.
Okay.
Yeah, and Soul Wrench is just gonna slowly stumble over by Rothgar, and as he's holding this gnome by the shirt, presumably in the air, he's
Wait.
gonna hold what?
Now, how long can I use one of the watch fobs to rewind that entire round and have us move before the thing comes?
Yeah,
Or
I'll
have I
let you.
waited too long?
No, I'll let you do that. I would think that'd be something you could do. So if you want to roll to see if you can do that,
Okay, what do I have to roll?
percentile die.
Oh, I'm good at those. whenever potential explosions are involved. 27.
Crap. I can't remember if it was 20% or 30%. So
I thought it was 25%.
pocket watch. Here we go. 30% chance of success.
So did I fail?
No,
Or did I pass?
you
I
passed.
passed.
Yeah, you rolled 27%. So
Oh, I gotcha.
he crashes. You know, it hits you guys. It crashes, makes this huge racket. You see him get out. Yeah, Rothgar is going to punch this guy. You grab the watch. Everything resets. You
Alright, so
are now. You now see him jump into the airship.
I tell the team that he's about to crash into us and to follow me to the side. And I lead us off to, I don't know, is there like a building or something we can hide behind?
Yeah. So everybody gets advantage on their deck save.
I gotta get my HP back first.
You did not, sir. So now we re-roll that whole scenario.
Well, is he actually in the thing, or is he,
Yeah,
is he outside going into it?
You caught him as he was jumping up and getting into the ship.
Can I shoot at him?
Yeah, sure.
So
All
would
right,
I
let me take a
have
shot
my
at him then.
HP back? Since it reset?
What?
Since it reset, would I have gotten my HP back?
The HP from it crashing into us the first time.
Yeah. From whatever injuries you took from the airship hitting you, you just put them back. That never happened. So you're just standing there and you hear this commotion and you see a gnome getting ready to jump into the airship.
Now, when I do this, am I the only one aware that it went backwards?
Yes, you're the only one that knows that happened.
Okay, so I'm going to shout to them that guy's about to crash into us, and I'm going to take a shot at him with the fireball.
Okay.
Let's see. 23.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
All right, and damage is 10.
All right.
I'll take my second attack. 26 and 14, and then I'm going to dive to the side.
Okay. So yeah, you blast him with the firebow. He is hit, and hear him yell something in Gnomish, and jump in the airship, and it's coming straight for you guys. So give me a deck save with advantage this time.
I got 11.
With advantage.
19.
It's two better than I got last time.
17.
I got lower.
Jesus Christ.
I did better.
I got a 7 this time instead of a 14.
With advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 7. I got no dex mod.
Maybe that was not a good idea.
I mean, I failed it the last time too, so.
Well, I rolled worse this time. So if you failed your save, you took 42 damage. If you made your save, you only take 21.
Nice.
So he steers the airship right near you guys as you guys are running, trying to get out of the way. You dodge behind a small building. He hits the side of the building. Some of the rubble and stuff hits you. It goes off that. It scrapes against the ground, just misses the Ferris wheel. And
I saved the Ferris wheel.
You did. And crashes right into a huge soda fountain, and soda is going everywhere.
I run over to the soda fountain and fall down in the rubble. Oh, I've been hit.
I'm waiting for that guy to pop his head out, and I'm going to shoot. I'm going to hold an action and shoot as soon as he comes out.
Okay. You hear James Lighthouse in the distance. I'm coming. Hang on.
It's so sticky.
Okay. Yeah, he's climbing out of the airship right now. So go ahead.
I'm gonna take pot shots at him.
Okay.
All right, first one is a 24.
Yep.
12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 25 for, where is it? For 15.
Okay, yeah. He's getting out of the airship. He pushes some of the door off because it's mostly broken. He just pushes it, and you blast him 2 times, and you can see the fire on him, and he just kind of staggers and falls under the side of the airship, and then lands right into the sticky soda that's just all over him. He's now covered in it, and he's just laying there. He's not moving.
I'll go over and nudge him.
Yeah, Soul Wrench is definitely running over to check on this guy and potentially flay him.
Yeah, please kill this guy.
I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on him. Casey's just unconscious.
Yes, he is just unconscious. So what does that make him? 1 hit point
stable. Now? No, he's just stable at 0.
He's stable. Yeah, he's stable. He's not going
stick
anywhere.
His head into the soda.
Okay.
No, I got to punch him right quick for running the damn airship into me.
Yep. Yeah, you sock him good.
Yeah.
You realize how much money we can get? We could sue the whole World Treasure Hunters Guild for this.
I don't think
Although
he's
not if
affiliated at all. We could still sue them for poor security.
It's a little harder.
Him onto the ship.
A little harder to sue him after you murdered him with a crime.
I'm going to hide the pocket watch in my boot.
Okay.
Murdered him for the crime of letting us steal a watch from him.
That wasn't his crime. His crime was thinking he could get it back from us.
So are you going to stick his head in the soda till he's dead?
No, I'll let him up.
Okay.
Much as I want to. So what? I don't understand why this guy's chasing us. I'm not sure what his deal is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a 6-sided die.
Me?
Yep.
I don't know.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, 6 days from now, you can use that feature again.
God damn it. All right.
So the gnomish security comes running over and scoops this guy up. There's another gnome standing there, and he's like, that's the son of a bitch that swiped the airship. Get him. And there's now a crowd that has come over and just kind of looking at you guys, some checking on you, making sure you're all right, and looking at the remnants of the soda, the huge soda fountain, which was basically just a giant tube of soda, has been damaged, and it's just like a geyser going in the air, going everywhere.
I say loudly, he looks a lot like a jewel jewelry thief I knew from the other side of the bridge as well. I seem to recall seeing posters up about him, a jewelry thief looking a lot like him.
You know what his affiliation might be?
World treasure hunters, maybe.
Yeah, that's about right. I think I recognize him. And the security people just grab him, and it takes like 4 gnomes to pull him out of the soda because he's stuck in it. It's like, and finally they pull him off, and they're dragging him through the soda and the sand all the way away from the scene.
I'll just lay there moaning, like a soccer player.
And James comes over to you. It says, "Oh my God, what happened, Sully? Are you okay?"
No, I may be dying. A gnome from the World Treasure Hunters stole a blimp that was improperly secured by these people and ran it into us and then into this soda fountain.
And then James leans down and whispers, "You know you can't collect if you're dead, but keep it up. You're doing good." So he says, "Yeah, I'm going to need statements about this and the security and what the hell was this guy?" And then he starts like rambling off a bunch of stuff, and he's going through his paperwork. He's like, "I got to get back to the labyrinth too to handle this," and he's like, "I'm going to own this damn park.
I'm going to own the damn park."
So, all right. So they're starting to collect all the stuff together. So what are you guys going to do now?
I'm going to limp towards the resort.
Okay. Yeah, they have comped your rooms because, you know, the horrible things that have happened.
It's as good as an admission.
So, can I never find what I'm looking for? So, yeah, you guys head to the resort, and you basically get the top floor all to yourself. So there's like 7 rooms, and you know, a pool, and a boxing ring, and a dartboard.
Delightful.
And one of the bellhops comes up, and he comes up the stairs, and you hear a knock at the door, and he's like, "Have these gifts. You just arrived."
I say, can you bring him in? My neck and my back. Can't.
Yeah, he starts lugging this huge box in, and there's a couple of them. Bellhops are kind of pushing this thing in, and it has a card. You know, there's a bow on it, and it has a card. You know, it's to the adventurers from Hellion.
No, like XO or anything?
Yeah, no, you're not that personal.
All right, I'm going to take out my armor.
Okay.
I'll bring out my axe.
All right.
I'll take out my book and look at the inscription.
How big is the room?
It's like 7 rooms. So they're all connected. So like if you were to rent out the whole thing, you just open the doors and you have one big, basically,
So it's
apartment.
Like a penthouse suite.
Yeah.
So we're at the Bellagio.
I start swinging the axe around.
Okay.
Move away.
I clip off a couple of legs from the tables and the chairs, and I say, "Hey, Sully, over here."
What are you doing to the tables and chairs?
What's that?
What are you doing to the tables and chairs?
I cut off one of the legs on each, so like you sit just like look like you fell.
Should only cut like halfway through them then, and then like get like a bellhop up here. I could sit down on the chair and just have it collapse.
I mean, if you really want to get dedicated, we can take one of those legs and drive it into your side a little bit, have it sticking out.
Yeah, maybe not quite that far. At some point, you can always like fall out a window.
All right,
So
so we're going to give Sully time to attune to this thing?
Yeah, I'll start reading.
And yeah, let James Lighthouse do his work. Work his magic.
Okay, so after you guys pull out all your gear and all the little popcorn pieces that come out too, there is a little note in the bottom. It's addressed to Soul Wrench.
Oh, jeez.
And it says, "Even though you did not sign, I have not forgotten you." And it's signed with an A.
Is it written in like a Abyssal or whatever?
No, it's written in common.
Okay.
So Soul Wrench slowly walks over, and while he is cautious, Bolshovath is egging him on, saying, "Look in, take it. It's Asmodeus. He's your friend."
Yeah, all it is just a note.
Oh, okay. So that makes Soul Wrench bristle a little bit, but
I just watch the reactions while eating some of the styrofoam popcorn.
So Soul Wrench basically takes the note, reads it, and then he drops it and he goes back to adjusting and working on his armor, trying to fix himself up after being all banged up.
All right.
And I'm just going to like crawl into bed with my book. And everyone take note. I was bedridden for days after the accident.
Bedridden, even. Couldn't get out of bed.
So
Definitely take an evening here. Get rested.
okay. Yeah, you guys are all
Is
rested
this going
up.
to take a few days?
My thing will, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to set up a still or a brew setup in one of the closets. See if I can find some local ingredients.
Okay. So you guys are working that, and this is the end of the first day. So the second day, we're talking about mid-afternoon, probably when you're stirring. And one of the bellhops knocks on the door, and you guys open it, and he says, "Is that a still?" Oh, anyway, you've been requested at the Ferris wheel for a special ride.
Special ride on a Ferris wheel?
Well, yes.
By whom? Can't you see I'm recovering from my injuries in this bed here? Come in here so you can see me, lad. Make sure you see me laid in this bed.
And he says, I've been instructed by my attorney not to go into the room, so or look at you.
So Soul Wrench he uses command to say, "Look."
I'll offer him a little bit out of the still.
So that's
Still.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Are you interested?
I'll go. Sure.
Okay.
What could be so special about a Ferris wheel?
It's the gnomish Ferris wheel.
You guys would miss it if it was gone.
Whatever. I'll tag along, I guess.
I want to go, but I have to read my book, and staying in bed is business at this point.
All right. So that's 3 of you going.
yeah.
Okay. So the bellhop takes you down through the resort, and you guys are walking to the Ferris wheel. There's no line. It's not moving. And each of the boxes are different colors, and they seem to change depending on how the light hits them. And you hear 2 people talking, and you recognize their voices as Keel and Nath. And they're like, we're not going on that thing. That's stupid. And they start walking away, eating their cotton candy from the Ferris whell.
I yell out to them, but I specifically switched their names, so it's what's their right names?
Keel and Nath.
Right, so I'm calling them Neil and Keith. It was a heavy emphasis on me mispronouncing their names.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Let's see. Yeah, they don't even turn around.
Really? Damn it.
It's not their names. Why won't they respond?
So one of the gnomes comes out. He looks obviously like he's a worker there. He's like, so go ahead and select which box you want to ride in. What's your favorite color?
I don't like the fact that these are called boxes.
It's called the DM can't think of what the hell they're called, so I'm just calling them boxes.
Well, Soul Wrench immediately walks up and says, "Green."
So are these like one-person cars, or?
They're kind of for 2 people. He moves it. He moves the lever, and the green cart comes up, and you get in. And he's like, "There's a seatbelt if you want to buckle up. Safety first."
Soul Wrench just kind of looks at him, and a spark of green fire comes from the corner of his mouth.
Okay, and he's like, "Okay, that's good." And he moves the cart out of the way. All right, who's next?
What colors are on there?
They're all different colors. I mean, just pick one.
I was going to purposely pick a color that wasn't on there.
I'll take red.
Red. Yeah, I was going to pick red.
You could ride together.
All right, but I'm not going to put the seatbelt on me, but I'm going to take the belt and wrap it around my arm, so I've got a pretty solid tight on it. You know, but in case I need to get out of it, I can just let go of it rather than trying to figure out how to unbuckle it.
Okay. So, Rothgar, are you riding with Theria, or are you going to get your own cart?
Sure, I'll ride with.
Okay.
It's not like side by side, is it? Or
right next to each other.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, I took a bath.
Okay, so you guys are on the Ferris wheel, and the gnome says, "Isn't there one more that's supposed to come?"
No, he's bedridden. He can't get out of bed right now. So injured.
Oh.
So injured.
Okay. So there's like a little stand where he would sell tickets or whatever, and you hear a voice, say, "Hey, look, I got it from here." And then emerging from the little stand is a human-looking individual with a pirate hat. He says, I'm glad you could join us for the Ferris wheel ride. How's it been, friends?
Do we know this person?
Yeah, it's Steve the
Traveler.
pirate.
Steve. Okay.
Who's Steve the pirate?
How quickly we forget.
The traveler.
What
The traveler.
Yeah.
The one who had you first met him, he had the bag, and then he had the cards.
The nice traveler, the one we like.
Isn't Steve the pirate the guy from Dodgeballs? Isn't that his
Yeah.
name?
Yeah. So he says, yeah, you probably should buckle up for this ride.
All right, I'm buckling up.
So the Ferris wheel starts. He's like, where's Sully at?
He's so bedridden. He's so...
No problem. We'll pick him up. So the Ferris wheel starts spinning and spinning and spinning, getting faster, and it starts to lift off the ground. Steve is got his man. He flies up and he is like on the spokes, like kind of riding it, and it's spinning and spinning, and it starts to levitate off the ground. You're about 20, 30 feet off the ground at this point, and spinning, and then it starts to move towards the resort. And then it's spinning this way, and then it flattens like this. So like you're hanging sideways in the cart as it goes around like this. So he's spinning all the way, and he's hovering over the resort. So Sully, you can hear this humming noise coming from outside.
I want to go over and look out the window.
Okay, you see the Ferris wheel spinning above the resort. And Steve is waving to you.
I told you you'd miss it if it was gone.
So not like staying back a little bit from the window, I will wave back to Steve. Is it like coming towards the resort?
It's hovering above it. So you're looking out the window up, and you can
well
see.
then I will lean out the window and yell down, "Oh my God, what new calamity is about to befall me?"
And he says, what are you doing? Don't you want to ride?
Well, I don't know how to get up there.
Okay. What color cart do you want? Now, better you.
Are you going to pick a color for me?
But better yet, you disappear, and you are now sitting between Theria and Rothgar, holding on because you don't have a seatbelt.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've already got my seatbelt.
Yeah, I probably would have tied it for not being 100% certain of the contraption.
Okay.
Put it together.
I'll grapple Sully with my whip.
I'll hang on to him. I mean,
And now
Soul
Steve,
wrench is still not buckled in.
and it's spinning this way, and Steve is like sitting on top, and as it spins and it takes off, and it's now leaving the labyrinth, leaving the whole park. He's like, we're going to go for a ride.
oh,
So it starts to pick up speed, and you guys are going over. It just looks like desert. You see some mountains to the west. You go, and he flies over like the city. He's like, should we do it? Should we do it? Yeah, we'll do it. And he flies
What?
straight down like he's going to go right into this city. And all the people start running. And he kind of strafes all the way. He's starting to strafe the buildings, and he goes up top and flies right past. And then he continues on, picking up more speed. The scenery starts to change. You start to see like brush and scrub, and actually some greenery. And then you get to a point where there's nothing. It looks desolate, and there's some kind of stone fortress. And he flies right over this fortress, and you notice that there's like 7 little buildings and some guard towers, and he flies and makes a turn around it and then starts to fly back.
I'm going to try to take a mental note of everything I can from that building.
Okay, if you want to roll investigate, that's fine.
Never mind.
Okay.
I got to
you are sideways. So another this probably takes a couple hours. So you guys eventually end up at the park. There's a big crowd around where the Ferris wheel would be, and a huge line, and it starts to turn and lands, and Steve climbs down and starts to let you off one by one. Well, 3 by 1. Said, hope you enjoyed your ride. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure.
I say, you gotta be careful with that. There's somebody looking for you.
This is Northern Lands. Not worried about it. The Turk team ain't good.
Was that place you took us, the prison?
Was that what it was? I don't know. Why would I do that?
Because you are the Deus Ex Machina, or Machina, or however you say.
Because I hate Gith?
Did it look like a prison to us?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that was slightly nauseating.
And the
I go
gnome.
right back to drinking.
I'm not a huge fan of these things. I'm gonna go lay down.
And the gnome kind of emerges from the little ticket place and says, I didn't know that thing could do that. That's amazing. It's like, oh, yeah. You just got to know which buttons to push, buddy. And he pats him on the back.
Soul Wrench is just kind of reflecting on how strange his life has become since he left the 9 Hells.
What you get when you roll with the poison donuts.
So, there's a big line now. Everybody wants on this ride. So they're all climbing on as you guys are staggering. Some of you are struggling, maybe even stopping to throw up. And everybody's getting on the ride, and it just goes around really slow, and everybody's pissed because it's not levitating off the ground, and there's a bunch of angry patrons at this point.
What's Steve doing?
Steve is just kind of casually was watching, and then he just kind of walks behind one of the sheds and disappears.
Typical Steve.
So
I'll limp back to the resort.
I won't make you make a check to make sure you remember which leg it was.
They're being convincing limp either way.
Performance check, perhaps.
Yeah, there we go. See, performance. I like that. We can go with that.
All right, that is a 19.
Yeah, they're going to pay out the ass. So, we'll say that was that day. So the end of the next day was take you 2 days to read this thing.
It'll take 3 days with sleep. It's 48 hours of reading.
Okay.
So if you want to sleep.
Okay. So for the next 2 days, what are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna. You said there was a boxing ring.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand there waiting. See if anybody wants to throw down a little.
All right.
I'm going to spend my time trying to figure out the properties of my armor, and I'm also going to wander around to see if I can find any interesting ingredients that I can brew with that are local to this place.
The only thing you can find out here in the labyrinth, which is basically built in the sand, is a thing called dustweed. It's like this noxious weed that grows everywhere. So that's what you could use.
Okay. I'll cook it more than usual to see if I can knock some of the noxiousness out of it.
Okay. What are you going to do, Soul Wrench?
Yeah, I thought me and Rothgar were going to be sparring.
Okay. And if you guys can just tell me how that goes.
PvP.
Well, it starts out as a pretty fair and even fight, but at some point Soul Wrench is going to get frustrated and bring out his little soul wrenches. Soul drill, soul lever.
Are you considered a fiend by chance? Humanoid, or what are you?
I suppose, yeah. I mean, I'm from the Nine Hells.
Okay.
Because what I heard, Rothgar, was that as soon as he brings out the mini-me's, this fight's basically over. Super easy from that point.
I got spells now, man.
Good. Well, you're only you're gonna be down one because I got at least one counter spell I could use after bringing out the mini-me's.
I mean,
But
I just wail on you with my axe. It would be funny because if one of these properties on this axe went off, though.
Mm-hmm.
what are the properties of your axe?
Well, one of them was if I roll a 1 on initiative, a devil comes and assists the enemies.
Oh yeah. That
would be funny. I feel like, for the most part, I'll probably be saving my inspirations for that. if that happens.
To try to roll more ones.
All right, what are we doing?
But yeah,
we don't need to eat up time with a player-on-player battle.
So at some point for these 2 days, the bellhop again arrives at your door, knocks on it, and he has another box. It's wrapped.
Interesting.
And he's like, another delivery.
Is it addressed to anyone?
Just says to the adventurers. It looks the same. It looks almost identical from the other box.
They accidentally double shipped. We got 2 of each.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'll open it.
Okay. You open it and you find 2 vests, vests, and on them is a symbol. And the symbol is a crown, and on the tops of the crowns are like little skulls with a sword going through the middle. There's 2 of these vests. And
does the symbol mean anything to us? So like a religion check?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you can make a religion check.
18.
In some of your knowledge of the Gith, you believe that this is the symbol for the Lich Queen.
These are disguises.
And then those are 2 cloaks. And then at the bottom of this thing, when you pull up all the peanuts, there's a large costume. And this is a full costume of a Minotaur. Comes with the head and the whole body and everything.
Is it large enough for a soul wrench to fit inside?
I think
Yes. Yes, it's big enough.
Right.
obviously it was meant for me.
Soul Wrench just kind of sighs, a bit of smoke coming out of his mouth. I appreciate the tactical advantage, but God.
Wait, but there's 4 of us.
Indeed. So who's the prisoner?
Well, I thought that was the Minotaur.
Is it?
Well, I have no idea. I was just assuming.
Maybe
Does the Minotaur have a symbol on it?
Yeah, it came with a cloak with that symbol on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can be the prisoner.
I think somebody who doesn't have to use weapons should be the prisoner.
Okay. That's probably a smarter idea.
Well, I wonder who the hell that would be. No, that's fine. I mean, I can go invisible or change into an animal or something.
Okay.
Or we could go get like one of those pantomime horse costumes.
Does this outfit fit on Hrothgar?
Yeah, it's made by gnomes, which means it has lots of Velcro. So it can be adjusted. Or gnome crow, as they call it.
So in that case, because we're going into a Gith camp against the Lich Queen, so Soul Wrench brings up the possibility that it might make more sense for Soul Wrench to be the prisoner, given that his race commonly fight against the Lich Queen and the Nine Hells.
But then what are we going to do with this fucking Minotaur thing?
Well, you would wear it, Hrothgar. As we could see, it's adjustable. And Minotaurs, are they not known for carrying axes?
A 4-foot-tall Minotaur?
4'5" Minotaur.
I think we should do that.
You're a mini Minotaur.
I think we should do that just for the image it will create.
I'm picturing like a child in adult's clothes, fucking like.
I can wear the Minotaur outfit. I'm tall.
I mean, they're going to be dwarf Minotaurs, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Like Dwinatars.
Minotaurs are huge, man.
Dwinatars.
You know, it's like there's got to be albino Minotaurs out there somewhere too.
Yep.
What sort of spells do we have at our disposal here too? And do these make us look like Gith? Like some sort of magical enchantments?
No, but you know that the Lich Queen has Gith. Obviously, she's a Gith, but Oltar is not Gith. He is some kind of undead orc, and you know that those who follow the Lich Queen also. I mean, she has all sorts of associations. So, I mean, just because you're not a Gith doesn't mean you wouldn't be. You know, you're not suspect. You wouldn't be suspect right off the bat. You know,
right off the bat.
right?
Since we're talking.
So, Soul Wrench also, he kind of interjects and says, the Gith are also known for silver bracelets that they wear to distinguish their rank. Perhaps that's something that we could use as part of this disguise for you to blend in more.
I think silver is very valuable and rare in this world, right?
Yeah, in this world, yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's not used as currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that task might be a bit too impossible for us right now. Not worth it.
Well, the bracelets don't have to be silver as long as they can appear to be silver.
Is
Well-
there are there shops this is like a vacation place, right? Are we going to find like an adventurer's shop? Is there anything like that around?
Yeah, there's a place that sells all sorts of labyrinth assorted gifts.
There's no hurt in looking.
Okay. And what are you looking for?
Silver bracelets or silver colored bracelets?
Faux silver.
Yeah, make an investigation roll.
Somebody else should do that. I've got a -2. My intelligence is 7.
Your intelligence is 7? No wonder you're always critically failing.
Theory is the bimbo.
So, yeah, my investigation is only it would be a -1.
Well, that makes me the best here at a 0.
Tied for best at a 0.
Hey, I got a 17.
Okay. Well, after some searching through the gift shop, you locate some kind of bracelets that have the labyrinth on them. It just says, come to the labyrinth, or I had fun at the labyrinth. And they're kind of silvery, but more like sparkly.
Well, there's these.
So, does Soul Wrench, has he actually seen what these bracelets look like, or does he just know of the bracelets?
Yeah, you've seen what they look like.
Okay. So based on what these bracelets look like, would it be feasible for them to pass?
From a distance, they will work. If anyone were to get close and see the bracelets, you'd be killed.
I'm not gonna risk it.
Is there any possibility of using a deception check or like a disguise kit or something to modify the bracelets to stand up to at least a couple of feet away, but not like close inspection?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you could do something like that. You've got time that you could mess with something like that.
Okay. What kind of role would you want for that?
I don't know. Is that performance? No, it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like disguise kit, but I do remember once upon a time we also wanted a disguise kit, and we discovered, nobody had one.
Let's see.
They're not like a tinker in town, somebody who could like coat bracelets in pewter.
Yeah, I mean,
that might do better than the sparkly bracelets.
Okay. Is that how you want to try that?
Yeah, because sadly, really sadly, Sully's the smartest one of all of us. He's rocking an 11.
That's what mine is.
Okay. They're still tied.
Okay, so
Let the two geniuses deal with this, guys.
okay, so how many bracelets do you have?
I mean,
Well, sure. We need Soul Wrench's input because we don't know what these bracelets are supposed to look like.
So the main aspect of the bracelets is that the more bracelets you display, the higher your rank and the more experience that you have. And they're commonly worn on the right wrist. Whereas on the left hand, there's a circle tattoo. Typically, the more solid the circle, the more experience. So there is a connection between the two.
And this would be true for the non-Gith as well.
Well, the Gith soldiers accept other races within their ranks. They may use the same conventions as any other amongst them.
could we just be like new and not have these?
I don't know. All I know is that the Gith commonly wear them. And so it may be that the Gith soldiers who are newly brought in might forego wearing them and have to earn them, but at the same time, if a Gith or those in the Gith army were to walk into a camp, a prison camp, with a new prisoner, to be without any sort of insignia or notice of rank whatever might be a bit more suspicious.
I mean, I feel did that box with the vests and the Minotaur costume have a from card in it?
Yeah, it was an A period.
From your buddy there, Soul Wrench.
Soul Wrench looks at you glaringly and says, Asmodeus is no buddy of mine. But at the same time, Asmodeus may have other motivations at hand. Yes, he may want this Mind Flayer to be freed, but he may just as well want us to go in thinking that this will be an easy walk-in situation whereas we may actually serve as Asmodeus's distraction.
Our life has never been easy.
So when we were flying over this prison, did it look like it was also just built on the sand?
Yes. Actually, from when you guys were flying over it, it looked like it was sitting in a crater. There's like a mile radius crater it's sitting in.
So the crazy plan is I turn myself into a giant badger and I tunnel underneath at 10 feet around. I'm pretty sure the tunnel left behind me though, so you guys will have
So we're taking the Tremors route. we're going to replay Tremors.
Just less effectively.
And with a more adorable monster doing the tunneling. I mean, part of the problem is we don't know. It seemed like it's a relatively big facility. We don't know where the Mind Flayer is in the whole thing. And so we could wander in there with a prisoner, but we don't know where to go once we're through the gates, assuming we get through the gates.
And that would also seem strange, to be asking directions to places that we should already know.
Again, we're new. We're transferring a prisoner from a whole other location You say that
Perhaps it would be useful to scout the area and get close enough where we could capture one of their guards or one of their sentries and use their intelligence, force them to tell us
What are you saying?
where, clearly.
I like you.
Oh.
We put handcuffs on the giant metal man and we go in and say prisoner transfer from cell block 1138. Because that plan can't fail.
It really can't. Sounds perfect. Let's do it.
No, I think the plan of maybe trying to capture someone's a good one. I mean, assuming that they're like out and we can find them. I mean, I feel like nobody's going to be wandering kind of on their own though, like just one guy out in the wilderness. So we may have to, fight a patrol or something. But you never know. Maybe somebody takes their like daily constitutional.
Don't interrupt somebody during their constitutional. That's not cool. Alrighty. Well, I mean, let's just bring this stuff. That way we have it, we're there, and we're ready once we find out whatever we need. It's like, how far out was it?
I don't have that map right in front of me.
Neither do I.
Okay. It's probably a couple days at least.
All right, so we're at Labyrinth right now, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to Rotting Corpse. So it looks about 3 inches.
And I won't take that out of context.
No, but looking at the map, it looks like the distance between Labyrinth and Rotting Corpse is about the same as the distance from Labyrinth to Kornberg.
Okay, so it's around 80 miles.
2 days. Yeah, we're certainly not capturing one of these guards and bringing them back here. That'd be too fucking much wasted time.
Right.
Let's grab it.
Not to mention that the Gith, although it's more rare amongst the rakes now, they do have psychic abilities. And so that is something to consider. If we do strike a Gith, we will need to strike hard and fast before they realize what's happening, because there is a possibility that they could send a psychic message to the ranks, and then we would be forked.
Now, you corner them or cut them off when they're far enough away they can't reach it.
You also have to cross that river too to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Argonath is a friendly city. You guys know that. It's considered a free city, so if you had to stop and make camp there at some point, you could.
Did we happen to see a bridge crossing over this river?
You did not see a bridge, no.
Is it like a big river or?
Yeah, it's miles wide.
That's pretty big.
Yep.
Well, Theria, you have your flying horse thing. I'm capable of flight. Sully, do your spells of flight allow you to travel long distances? Can you concentrate on that spell for long enough?
Not super long distances. I actually have no idea what the overland travel is of the fly spell. I mean, what would it be?
It's like 60 feet, right? Is the
Well, right, but there's the way they do the conversion into miles. It's it should be that it turns into like 6 miles an hour, I think. But I can only concentrate on it for 10 minutes. So a mile. But I can turn like into a giant shark. Swim across the river.
All right, so
got it. So we'll make a small raft. We'll tie a rope around the shark, and he can just pull me across.
Don't you
Well,
have some?
we might need something to keep like all these costumes of ours dry.
Don't you have something in your inventory you could use?
Do I? Can we float on this umbrella whenever it's in giant mode?
You can sure as hell try. I thought I gave you an inflate. Did you have an inflatable mattress?
I don't have anything like that.
Okay.
Not that I remember.
I do not remember an inflatable mattress.
I just have a resizable umbrella. We have opportunity as well.
Right. And I assume we'll leave the ants behind.
No, Lincoln, I can't hear you.
Yes. Email I sent August 8th has all those items. Item number 25, inflatable mattress.
Oh shit!
Before my time, guys.
There you go. I'm
And
surprised we haven't used the inflatable mattress before.
Yeah, I know.
Just forgot about it. Otherwise, there'd have been so much jumping on that thing.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So I'm sure I can tow one person on the inflatable mattress
And the dog.
and the dog.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about opportunity.
It'd be the best thing to tow. Giant crocodile. Giant octopus. Good luck getting a rope around that. Oh, giant seahorse. That's slower than crocodile.
So let's take a 5-minute break here, and then we'll come back and decide how you guys get there. I'll grab my map. So,
Sweet.
is that cool?
Yep.
All right.
First things first, is that good not wearing a Speedo or bad not wearing a Speedo?